Chapter 9. Discipline. Obedience. Words of wisdom. Discipline is a process that gives training to the mind which controls and regulates our social behavior and inculcates in us the moral and ethical values. Discipline is the most indispensable quality of life. Discipline means observing the system of established rules of conduct and good behavior. It is the greatest law of nature. It is the backbone of one's character. Discipline is derived from the word disciple. A disciple is one who comes to a teacher to learn something. He must submit himself before the teacher and obey his commands and instructions. He must be obedient, polite, humble, and respectful to his teacher. Hence, discipline is a virtue that demands for obedience, politeness, and humility. Discipline is very important in each and every field of life. It plays a very important role to succeed in life. All the successful persons have been most disciplined. We see that in nature, everything goes on in a system or order. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Seasons come turn by turn at their fixed time. Everywhere, discipline is important. In school, in family, in offices, in armed forces, in factories, etc. At the social and national level, discipline means cooperation, mutual help, national integration, unity, honesty, and peace. The progress, strength, stability, peace, and prosperity of a country depend largely on discipline. Dear children, you may set certain rules in every field of life. You are bound to follow these rules. When you are playing a match, it will not be right to violate the rules. Whether you are in a school or at a booking window or at a railway station, traveling by train or by bus, you are at home, in the library, or at a function or program. Your behavior and conduct is governed by some rules. Never break these rules. If every person does what he considers good for himself alone, there will be all disorder, and this would lead to quarrels, chaos, confusion, hatred, and violence. Every citizen of a country must be a disciplined citizen in the interest of the country. In a family, all the members should obey the elders. Each one should love, cooperate, and be ready to serve the others. In a school or college, the students should obey the teachers and the principal. The teachers should take their classes punctually and regularly. The teachers should love their students as well. A disciplined person will never deviate from his principles in any condition. Socrates was a great man of Greece. He never believed in the gods and goddesses of Greek. So the court sentenced him to death. The court, however, was ready to grant him pardon if he changed his beliefs. But Socrates was not ready to change his ideology. On the other hand, he said, "I am not guilty of any crime. If it is a crime to lead people from ignorance to knowledge, I am ready to die 100 times." Many of his followers had made arrangements for his escape from prison, but Socrates did not agree and told them that it was not good to disobey the law of the country. He embraced death but did not break the law. Just as regular habits of food are required to keep us healthy, so also the discipline of mind is essential for peace and harmony of the nation. We should understand the meaning of discipline in a wider sense. Discipline makes a person cooperative, helpful, sincere, dutiful, honest, patriotic, and alert. Discipline is a process that gives training to the mind, which controls and regulates our social behavior and inculcates in us the values such as politeness, humility, love, affection, and truthfulness. A disciplined person has a very strong character. He sticks to his point even in the face of untold suffering. Discipline is of two kinds, external and internal. External discipline is imposed by some authority, as in schools, college, military, etc. External discipline operates on the fear complex. Internal discipline comes from within oneself. Oneself is convinced that the observance of rules and regulations is in one's own interest. So, internal discipline is permanent. Internal discipline is called self-discipline too. Major factor behind the greatness of many great men in the world has been self-discipline. Dear children, each one of us, therefore, must know that we should be law-abiding citizens of our country. Remember, as an army without discipline cannot fight well, in the same way, a nation cannot prosper if its citizens are indisciplined. So start cultivating self-discipline in yourself now, as by the time you grow up, you are sure to be sincere and self-disciplined citizens of your country. A disciplined person is loved and respected by all.